It is the third beer that we are trying out the Omega Tropical IPA yeast strain on, and it's kind of a double experiment brew. I'm also using a hop that I wanted to use for the first time, and it's the only hop in this beer, and it's up right now. All right, this beer, this third attempt at a tropical IPA features one single hop. It's the HBC438. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you here and let you know that this is a re-recorded opening to the show segment. I'm not sure what you want to call it, because there was a, I guess it's called, you could say, an outdated fact that I shared in the opening. And in fact, you're going to hear it again in this episode. So let me explain. HBC438, when it first came out, it was exclusively for home brewers. That changed in April of 2018. In 2018, it went commercial and was given the commercial name Sabro. Now, before that, this beer had a nickname called Ron Mexico. Also, its experimental name HBC. If you've run into any three of those hops, they're all the same thing, at least right now, as far as I understand. When I first heard about this hop and when I first got it, it was just exclusively to home brewers. But that wasn't the reason I got it. The reason I got it was because of the flavor profiles that this hop has been reported to bring to beer. It's actually kind of crazy. So first we have tropical fruit. So it was I don't want to say a natural pick. It was a good selection to try with making a tropical IPA, especially in kind of almost smash ale. It's just more of a single hop than a smash. The grist is actually, there's quite a few things, but it is a single hop IPA. So tropical fruit, tangerine, coconut. Okay, tropical IPA, why not? Stone fruit aromas. Okay, those can certainly play along well with the idea here. This is where it gets a little strange, and I'm really curious what happens with this beer. Hints of cedar, mint, and cream. I'm really curious how all this is going to work out in this beer. I'm really curious what flavors I'm going to be able to pull in this brew. So that is this intro. And again, I do believe when I weigh the hops, I mentioned that they're a home brewers exclusive. Again, that was an outdated fact. Didn't mean to mislead anybody. But there you go, there's a correction. Now let's get to brewing. I put in just under 3 gallons of water. This is a 3-gallon boil pot. So you can see it's almost at capacity. It's a little more than I did in the last two, because the last two were a little thin, just overall. So I thought I'd put in a little more grains, and with a little more grains, I'm putting in a little more water to make up for that grain absorption. So I didn't measure out exactly how much, but it's, I would say, about 2 gallons and 13, 14 cups. It's probably about 2 or 3 cups shy, being 3 full gallons. I double milled the grains. There's a good look at them while we're waiting for the water to come up. And I guess there's no harm in measuring the hops out now. I think I'm actually going to go do that. Wasn't my plan, but it is now. Mashy mash mash. Mush mush mush. Wow, that's steamy. This is almost a pointless video. So mashing in. I'll take a temperature soon. It shouldn't be much more than 155. I'm going for 153, but should be around there somewhere. Alright, we've got everything lined up for the boil with the times noted now. So 60 minutes, see what this does for bittering. But here's where the fun and the experimenting with the hops really comes in. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute. And I put the, as you can see, the bit of Whirlflock tablet in there. Usually I put that in 15 minutes, but I figured 10 minutes will do the job. So just waiting for everything to heat up now and then get on to the boil. Okay, now the fun really begins. So here we go. 60-minute drop right now. And counting down the 1-hour boil. Alright, since I have 50 minutes until the next addition to the boil, I thought I'd take a moment to see what I get out of these hops pre-boil. This is the 5-minute drop. The 10-minute is sharing a little cup with the Whirlflock. I didn't want to, and it's chipped Whirlflock. I chipped it up. I shouldn't do that. I'm getting hop dust all over myself. I chipped off little pieces of the Warflock tablet, so I didn't want to get that all over me like I did the hop dust. So anyway, let's see. Definitely get a sweet floral and herbal, so I see where that description definitely comes from. In fact, that's like I got that really heavy. I'm thinking, and I don't know if this is because it was on the package, but I think I do get a hint of mint. Like if I hold it a little farther away from my nose, I think I can get some mint, but if I get it real close, herbal, sweet, a little earthy, really pleasant actually. So a lot going on in there in just the one hop. Yeah, as far as citrus, I'm not getting citrus from the aroma, so maybe that'll come out in the taste. But really curious how this is all going to come out, so we'll know in a little bit. I still have some time to wait until the next boil edition to see what kind of rolls out from the boil on the aroma side. All right, here we got the 10-minute edition and that little bit of Warflock, and just 2 more to go. And there's the 5-minute edition, and I am starting to get some aroma. It's only been 5 minutes since that last one in there, but now we've doubled up. I'll see what the if the aromas, if I can describe the aroma, boil aroma from the these late hop editions. All right, 15 seconds before the last drop in. I'm right over the boil kettle. I'm getting the aroma that there are hops, and I'm not picking anything out in particular that it said to expect. But of course, that's to expect for the final beer, not the boil. But I was kind of hoping, really kind of hoping that mint would come in. So there's the last of it. See if I get another. No. Might have something to do with that noise my nose just made, that it's not completely clear. But anyway, there we go. Last of the boil in about 40 seconds. Got to turn the gas off and get this cooled. All right, beer number 3 in this tropical IPA yeast test. This one is probably the one I'm most excited about, although I am kind of curious about the next one because it focuses solely on the yeast. But what I'm most excited about this one is the hop. This is the one, HBC438. It's the only hop in this entire brew. We used it at 60 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute. Probably a dry hop, if I remember correctly. Yes, and a dry hop. So through the entire beer making process of boil and fermentation, dry hop, just about everywhere you could use it except first wort, or even in the mash we used it. And this, as a reminder, again, you probably just saw this just a few minutes ago. This is the hop that is only available to home brewers, and it's got a very interesting flavor descriptors. We have fruity, herbal, piney, spicy, and mint. So I'm kind of curious how this comes out. So let's find out. Let's give it an open, see if we got the hiss. We do. And we have a little gas coming out there. Now this one, of all the ones I've filmed so far, this is the one that's been, this is the youngest. So we'll see what we have. I might have to pour vigorously to get some. Nope, I don't. We're good. It's not going to be, you can already tell, not as big a head as the other two, but it's got carbonation. Let's see here. It's a little hazy. It was a little hazy coming out of the fermenter. It may settle out some more as the other bottles sit, but I think this is going to end up being a hazy beer, a hazy tropical IPA maybe. Who knows? So, all right, let's get to the aromas. This one of all of them smells like this. It smells like tropical IPA, like a tropical IPA, like commercial examples I've had. Most recently, I've had Sierra Nevadas. I think it's called Torpedo, and Cigar Cities, it's called Invasion. Just had those not too long ago, and this is very reminiscent of both of those. It's got a very sweet tropical fruit smell, a little bit of pineapple. Definitely it's actually, I take it back, I was gonna say mango, but I think I got some peach in here. Yeah, I would say some pineapple followed with some peach, and then you kind of got your little bit of mango behind that. I don't smell like a papaya or a dragon fruit or some other more specifically termed tropical fruit, but those are the ones. The peach, now that I caught onto that peach, I can't get that out of my Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna say it's all I smell, but that's really coming out. That's interesting. That is not a specific fruit I've read. Oh, my notes are over here. I just read that. I did not see the word peach in any of the descriptors of this hop, but it's definitely in the aroma. All right, let's get the tasting here. That is interesting. Wow, there's a lot going on there from one hop. A lot of good things too. I'm gonna try that again. I'm gonna tell you right now that I've swallowed and actually spoke for a few minutes there, or moments I should say, I'm still tasting peach. That is interesting. I was not expecting that, any of this. Okay, we got peach, definitely piney. That time I get almost a resin, like a pine resin flavor on the finish. So that's definitely in there. As far as tropical fruits go, I am getting a little. I'm going to try again, and I'll just describe what I'm getting. For tropical fruits, the biggest thing, and it's kind of the same with the first beer, pineapple. I can pull out pineapple in there, like a peach, pineapple, pine. it's a triple P. That might be. I might enter this one day in a contest and call it triple P because it's peach, pine, and pineapple are the primary flavors. That's crazy. There's a lot going on here. I will say the first sip I took, I thought I tasted mint, and I think that's because I've seen mint described over and over. I think that's kind of that initial taste. I was gonna say subconsciously. Hi, yeah, I guessed. Subconsciously, or maybe not even subconsciously, expecting mint, and I thought I tasted it, but I'm not in these other ones, which is kind of a little disappointing because seeing mint over and over, I was kind of hoping to get a mint, but I'm not. But I'm going to take one more sip and wrap this up because I could apparently go on and on about this one. Yeah, it's I'd say the peach and the pine resin are the two big things, which you wouldn't think is a flavor that goes together, but it actually really does. It's also, I should mention, since bittering is kind of on my mind since the first one, it is a little more bitter than I expected. It's a 13% is for the alpha acid, so you would expect some bitterness, but I think with all those other descriptors, I didn't have bitterness in mind. So I would, if I'm going to do this again, and I think I am going to do this again. I think I'm actually going to play with this a lot because this is really good. I'm still going to do a 60-minute because I want it to taste like I kind of want that overall profile of a strong IPA, but I'd probably cut the bittering in half. I'd still do it at 60 minutes. I'd cut it in half, and I might even do another 1 gallon with 1 pack of hops, and I might spread the rest of those hops over the late additions, maybe even the dry hop. We'll see. I think I'm going to definitely play with this again because this is super interesting, and if you're a home brewer and watching this, and you haven't tried these, it's HBC438. As simple as that. Get a couple packs and play with them because, man, I think there is a ton of things depending on where you use it and how you use it. You can do with this hop, which is awesome. And playing off different yeast, I'm really curious now if that pineapple flavor is coming from the yeast because that's 2 for 3 that I'm tasting specifically pineapple in. But I think I'll have a better idea in the next one. But I'm gonna send us video off in one more taste because I am really liking this beer. Yeah, this is incredibly fun to drink, as weird as that sounds, because there's so much going on and it's not too much. So, man, I like this. So I think this one we're going to see this again somewhere down the line. So I'm going to wrap it up. I think I've gone on too long now. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Check that bell to make sure that you get the alerts of our new releases. And until then, I'll see you in that next episode.